Hey there, Instagram. It's the Tech Prepper. This is going to be a short, not so short. I have had a really full week at work and have a full week for the next 3 weeks. So I want to do a quick update video for you guys on everything that's going on. I had a mid-calf injury running about 5 weeks ago, which forced me to actually, for the first time, set up a shack. I've been a portable operator for the last 3 years. So I took the desk out from the garage. There's going to be a build video coming, but I did a really cool job there with some pass-throughs coming in from the garage that you'll see in the next video. Now, I also built a custom radio shelf, really easy DIY project. I found a project board that's 3/4 inch, 12 inches by 4 feet at the Home Depot. And then on Amazon, I actually decided that I didn't want to have to do a whole lot of woodworking. So I picked up these furniture legs. They're 12 inches height, but I am going to order a new set, or I did order a new set that is 10 inches just to drop this down. So I really like it. And what you'll see here is this is the first time I have ever owned a power supply. I have been operating for the last 3 years using a 12 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery from BioWino. And the reason why I went with this one is obviously now I have more equipment here to run, but I wanted a variable power supply. So the cool thing about the PowerWorks SPS 30DM is that you can run it in the fixed position at 14.2 volts or toggle this for adjustable, and then I can actually rotate and step down the power. So when I run like the QDX, I can feed it like 11.5 volts and it'll be super happy. In the garage, I had this rig runner here. This was actually being fed by the battery pack. And right now I just have the power supply going into the 40 amp fuse. And then I've got a couple of Anderson power poles running the Yaesu FT2980R over here. In fact, I made a buttload of contacts, but we'll get to that in a second. The other thing I'm doing here is I have my Anytone 878. This is something that I literally just pulled out of the box. I've had this for almost 6 or 7 months. I have a future project to pair this with the Anytone 578 and get into AES 256-bit encryption and then start to do more again with APRS on analog. And the cool thing about both the Anytone charger and the Yaesu charger is that these both take 12 volts. So I can also use the same system. In fact, right now the Anytone is connected with a custom barrel connector to Anderson power pole. So really cool to be able to power that stuff up. Now, one thing I'm finding now that I'm able to operate at home is that I can listen all day long. Before I had to go into the field and I was only operating for about 2 hours, so I missed out on a bunch of stuff. I don't know if anybody's still on right now. Yep, they were on earlier, so I made a pile of local contacts today and going to send out some QSL cards here as a big thank you. But I'm finding right now the ability to have a shack is not just hey, I want to be an old guy that can't be out mobile. There's a lot of value into listening and having lots of capabilities like this. Some other things I'm doing is that I'm also monitoring FL Digi right now. Let's see, let's go back to FL Digi, and I'm looking for various types of traffic. Right now I'm looking at what kind of activity we have on PSK 31. And if we switch over back to MCOM tools, these are the two stations that I'm actually hearing right now on 40 meters. Let's click on this guy, local guy. And then I put some notes here in my MCOM tools app to kind of track what's going on. So I'm getting a pretty good survey, whether it's on, local 2 meter FM or right now 40 meters or whatever band. So having a shack is really allowing me to listen more. So I'm starting to build an inventory of basically what are all like the frequencies. There was some Pactor 3 traffic that I was not familiar with before. In fact, let's go ahead and take a look at the Pactor traffic on the waterfall. So we're going to go to, what is it, 7 point. So I'm learning this all for the first time, but I want to, so I don't know if we'll see any Pactor traffic. I didn't realize it was so wide banded. Anyways, there doesn't seem to be, actually, is that activity? Okay, well, anyways, I'm getting rambly right now. Point is that this fledgling shack is not going to get too much more complicated. It's just a really fantastic way for me now to have that listening post I've always been wanting. So you're going to see a lot of videos from me in the future where I'm basically going to share with you, this is the type of traffic that's happening on the airwaves. And like I said, as a field operator, while I really enjoyed it, I was never able to capture or listen to all of this really cool digital data modes. All right, guys, let's turn this around. I'm the Tech Prepper. Where's my coffee? Be strong, be safe, and be prepared. And big thanks to all of you guys who are also on Buy Me a Coffee. That live stream we did on Tuesday was amazing. And we're going to have fun doing Anti-Field Day 2023. I'm going to be on the work bands. We'll talk about that in a future video. Cheers, all. Turn this around, my man.